Hey Alexander, how's it going? I hope you're having a great time in Italy. I want to make you a short video to show you some of the stuff I've been working on the last few days and to get your feedback or your input on it. Maybe we can talk about it in our next session. So, one of the things I've been doing is I've been trying to slow down a little bit with my candles and look at larger time frame candles like 15-minute, 1 hour, and 4 hour candles. So I'm finding that they give me a better indication of changes in sentiment in the market. And one of the reasons I haven't liked them in the past is because they, being such large candles, it was hard for me to find good entry points. Even if the candles were telling me something was changing, it was still difficult for me to find that entry. So I have a little bit of a solution for that now, and I want to tell you about it and see what you think about it. So this is gold back on Wednesday, a couple days ago on the 19th, and as you probably might know, in the night, at least the nighttime here, we had a huge push down from 2015 down to about 1981, so about $35. So I get up in the morning and I'm seeing this happening. And as a matter of fact, I missed this one, but I'm still going to show this to you anyway. Um, I actually turned on my screen about here, but this is something that I've actually been working on the last couple of days. So in terms of the 15-minute candles, this bright green line is my 5-minute 20, and this purple is my 5-minute 9. So this over time has become sort of a rule that I don't always follow, but it seems to always pay off when I do follow. I always want to be selling under this line. I never want to buy when I'm under this line, and I never want to sell when I'm above the green line. So that's my rule of buying and selling. I never want to buy when it's under, and I only want to buy when it's over, and vice versa. So on the 15-minute candle, um, what I'm doing is I'm looking to see, we had a strong push down here. The very first candle that closes above that line on the 15-minute, what I'm doing to find an entry, because to me now that's a change in sentiment and things are about to turn around. But to find an entry, what I'm doing is I'm finding that the fib boxes work really well. So especially with the 61.8 and the 50% levels marked out. So what I'm doing is I'm taking a fib box, putting it on the next candle with the 50% and the 61.8% marked out, and I'm waiting for price to break through, back test, and continue up off that level. So then now I can switch to a 1 minute, go back to Wednesday morning, and then zoom in on where that back test happens. And it just so happens, okay, so I put that candle on when this 15-minute candle completed at 8:15. So that's when this candle goes on, starting at 8:15. So what happens in this particular instance is that you can see it. Price back tested to the 61.8 level, which is the white line. It also just so happened that it was also the 5-minute 20 and the 5-minute 9, which are my two sentiment indicators. Back tested off that and sharply bounced. I mean, that's the biggest candle that I see on this screen right here so far. I mean, that right there is a sniper entry. So it sharply bounced. And so that is a way for me to use, okay, the 15-minute candle, the 5-minute and 20 and 9 EMAs, and the 61.8 and 50% levels on Fibonacci against the 15-minute candle. So that I thought was worth showing you. It's a pretty cool little thing. I really like it a lot. I've been using it a lot the last few days. It tends to work out pretty well, but only when you have something that is shifted. Like in this example, your 15 shifted above, and that is sentiment change. So great, you got a sentiment change, but where do you get in? So that's how you get in. So then today I was thinking about this a little bit. I'm like, well, if it works on a 15, I wonder if it works on a 4-hour candle. And so I was looking at it and I was like, okay, well, the 5-minute 20 is not a good line to use for that because it's based on a much faster time frame. So then I was thinking, what's another way to do this? And I thought, you know what? Why not take the Lorentzian classification signal line? Okay, I don't know exactly what it's based on, but it seems to be a good change of sentiment indicator on this 4-hour. So, for example, 2 nights ago on Thursday early morning, price on these 4-hour candles was under the sentiment line, right? Pretty much under. Then suddenly we had a strong push through, and it closed, okay, above the line and turned it to green. So again, this line is based on kernel regression estimate, and you'd have to actually go into the notes and learn about how that calc is created. I don't know how it's created. It just tends to be a signal line for the Lorentzian classification system, okay? So basically, what I did is I said, okay, let's take a look. Let's see how that works with a 4-hour candle. So this candle completed at 6 a.m. So just before 6 a.m., what you do is you put a Fibonacci box on the candle, and you look and you see what happens, okay? And in this case, this was at Thursday morning at 6 o'clock in the morning, New York time. I just switched to a 1 minute. I'll take this off so it doesn't fill up our screen with lots of signals. So Thursday morning, 6 in the morning. There it is. So what happens? Thursday morning, 6 in the morning, we put the Fibonacci box on and we wait to see what happens. Kind of meanders around, and then sure enough comes right down just before 8:30 news. Taps the 50% line, double taps, double bottoms. It's in the zone. I call this the zone between the 50% level and the 61.8 level. And any reaction that actually happens in the zone, whether it's a double bottom or just a straight bounce or a rounded turn, whatever, that's what I'm looking for. So sure enough, we see this reaction here with the news, and that takes, if you're brave enough to play news, and I'm not usually brave enough to play news, but if you are, what a trade that would have been. 2010 up to 2022, $12 move. Now, I usually trade 3 contracts, so that's a $3,600 move right there. Okay, so another thing to keep in mind is that I'm always watching now the overall trend. So when that happened, the actual overall sentiment in my way of thinking, and that happened right here. It was bullish because we had higher highs, higher lows, etc. for the last few days before that. So that was cool. But we got up to that certain point up here and things really turned around. We had a lot of selling again here, and that was Friday, yesterday morning, and then things have been sort of downtrending. So one of the things that actually, I'm sorry. No, I take that back. We were already in a downtrend. I'm sorry. So I had the wrong day. So Thursday, the 20th, this was when that trade just happened that I just showed you. We were already in a downtrend. So I wouldn't expect probably things to turn around right there because we're basically downtrending. So I'd be a lot more interested in a short, the same kind of short, and one set up early this morning. Now, I was sleeping in bed. This is kind of a problem with gold because it tends to respond a lot to the London market, which is 8 hours in front of me. So like when I'm, when it's 8 a.m. in London, it's midnight where I am. When it's 8:30 in London, it's 12:30 a.m. where I am. So it's not the greatest time to trade it, but you're in a great place to trade that because you are closer to that time zone. But anyway, what I want to show you on this one is, so the same thing happens here. You have a big, strong push down under the regression line with a close beneath it, right? You get the big, strong push down, and so what do? You say, okay, let's take the fib box, put it on the short side. I take the bottom of the wick there as my lower level, and the top of the wick there is my upper level, and I put a fib box on it. What do you see that? It goes exactly to the 61.8 level, back tests exactly to it, and then shoots down like crazy. So let's take let's just zoom in view of that one. Sorry, there it is right there. So yeah, so you've got some time, right? Because you set the box up here at the 4 hour, when the new 4 hour candle forms at 2 a.m. And then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 12 minutes. It comes up to it, tags it to the penny, turns around and starts moving down. And, that'd be easy enough to get into a short right there. Grab a short position anywhere in here. Maybe you stop up there and write it down to here somewhere for about a easy 3 to 1. And if you're a lot more aggressive with your stop, it'd be a lot better, a bigger winner. Like, once it is holding line, you could even put your stop directly above it, and take almost 4.5 hour winner. So anyway, that is something I wanted to show you because I think these are pretty cool little ideas to use. Again, it's a 4 hour chart. It's using the Lorentzian classification indicator. There's a signal line there. And I just look for a strong close above or below, put a Fibonacci box on the next candles it's forming, and then look for the back test, retrace, and then continuation down or up, as the case may be. I did it again this morning in this trade, and now, kind of a modification on this because obviously it was already well below the signal line, but it had price had kind of traveled up above it briefly. And again, I know we're in a downtrend, so I'm definitely more interested in the short side because I can see that we've been trending down for the last 7 days or so. So that tells me shorts I'm definitely interested in. So this morning we had news, and on this candle came out at 9:45. It's like maybe a Canadian PMI, something like that. I'm not exactly sure. Or it actually might have been some U.S. numbers. I'm not sure. But so I took a look at it. I said, let me just put a fib box on the next candle, because it was happening right before a candle switch over to the 10 a.m. candle. So I put at 9:45 the news happened, and then things really started shooting down. So I put a fib box on this one, and here's what happened. What happened is that I'm going to take this off now. I'm going to put VWAP, and I'm going to put the my 9 and my 20 on so you can see better what I'm looking at when I trade faster. So it blew through the 61.8. It blew through the 50, but it hit the VWAP, and that's where it turned around. So that's where I started trading it. I actually had a few trades here. One thing I did is I did buy here when I thought that it wasn't going to respect either one of these levels, and it was going to go to the top. So I bought a little 96.5. I sold some at 97. So I took a half a dollar off that one. When I saw it hit VWAP and turn over, I said, yeah, I'm out. So I took that, but I got right back in short here, covered some here, got back short here, covered some here, got short again here, and covered some here. So all in all, I made about $1,000, something like that, all those trades. But basically, that was the same idea. It's just that it wasn't, uh, you know, this one was much more when it first entered the kernel regression cell sentiment area. It definitely respected that one. I took this off already so you can't see it, but this one I was basically working off this strong push down from news, trying to play the back test of it. It went higher than I thought. It went up to VWAP, and then it came down from there. So that's how I traded that. So anyway, I just thought I'd show that to you because it's really interesting to me that it works not just on the 15-minute level, like for example on this entry down here, as a great entry point, but it also works on those 4-hour candle levels too. So everything's fractals, everything works on every time frame, but I find the 15-hour or the 15-minute, 1 hour, 4 hour are really interesting time frames to me these days because I find that they're more predictable in terms of the retracements and the retests and backtesting continuation, and then using other means like Fibonacci levels to find more sniper entries seems to be good for finding how to trade. So anyway, I'm going to stop the video right now. That's all I got for you right now, but let's talk soon.